Hi everyone. Well, the sun's out, so I get to do my tip outside. And I'm going to build off of the tip that Jim gave last week, but I'm going to use a wedge. So I'm going to describe how I want to see people chip and pitch the golf ball. A question I would pose to you: do you find that you struggle with your contact into the ground, meaning you might chunk the ball too much, and therefore you're kind of coming up away from the ground and you blade the ball a bunch? I'm going to talk about what I want to see in chipping. So as we set up from a face-on view, I want to see weight on your lead leg, so that's my left leg. And as I get set up, I want, especially if I'm going to pitch the ball into the air, I want the ball in the front portion of my stance. In my setup, you'll see I've got a triangle going across my shoulders down to my hands. I want to keep that triangle intact throughout the entire motion. So that means I have to turn and rotate my body. I'm trying to create this motion backwards and forwards. I don't want to see my arms or my hands do too much. So looking at it from face on, my weight's on the left side of my body, my lead side. The ball position is forward, and I'm trying to keep this triangle intact throughout the entire motion. A little helpful tip is if you take a piece of tape and a tee, and you put that tee, you tape that tee onto the club face. I want to make sure that the club face stays very square or open. Open is pointing to the sky. So I don't want to see the club face go back closed. You can see the tee is now pointing down. And as we come through, I do not want to see the tee roll over. That is again pointing down. So if I keep this triangle intact, I'm going to make a motion back and the tee is going to point out. And as I come down and through, the tee points up to the sky the entire time. So from this view, this is what it would look like. Now I'll pitch one to give an example. I hope that tip helps, and I hope everybody is itching to get back to the golf course.